Coming up on Mountain News this morning, people in one Eastern Kentucky city welcome a doctor back to the community as he opens up a brand new clinic. And people across our region show up for an outdoor event to raise money for a special and important cause.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning. It's Monday, just before 5 o'clock, and I am so happy to be back. I'm Dakota Makris. Good morning. Let's take it over to Brandon this morning. And Brandon, I know there's some showers in the area this morning, but
showers
not in
and
Hazard.
storms.
I don't think any happen in Hazard.
No, and you know, a lot of folks out there are dry this morning, maybe even clear skies, but I'm telling you, that's going to change here in the next couple of hours. Let's take a look, see what's going on here on Live Pinpoint Doppler radar. And if you are in the western counties, you're already seeing this from Rockcastle County through parts of Pulaski and Laurel counties, even into the basically, let's see there, that's that's Clay and the Owsley County line there, and then back toward the Clay and Knox County line. So you're seeing some rain out there this morning. It's just not too widespread. Temperatures kind of reflecting the differences there between Jonesville at 55 and Clintwood at 54 to 65 in Prestonsburg, 64 Jackson, and Pikeville 66 in Somerset and Monticello. So that warm air is there, but the rain chances are going to damper it down there just a little bit. Normal day on the coffee meter, a little extra just because it's a Monday. And as we take a look at our breakfast forecast, we're going to see temperatures slow to climb today as we see those slide a little bit more into the low 60s. And then as we head into the 8 o'clock hour, some rain chances still around, not an all-day washout, but we're going to see some clearing gradually as we head deeper into the afternoon. More on that in just a little bit. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you. Well, we are just one day away from Kentucky's primary election. Senator Rand Paul is looking to be reelected for a third term as a U.S. Senator. On Friday, Senator Paul and Democratic frontrunner Charles Booker answered questions about their campaign strategies.
But we have to appreciate what made our country great, and that was largely being left alone and having a small federal government.
I don't care about a title. I don't come from politics. And I just firmly believe with everything in me that if we stand together on our common bonds, we can change things. We can change the system. We can pull up the roots of inequity and structural racism.
Well, Senator Minority Leader Mitch McConnell led a group of U.S. senators to the Ukrainian capital city of Kyiv. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky welcomed the delegation. It's unclear when the meeting took place and whether the delegation is still in Kyiv. On his Instagram account, the president said the visit showcases America's bipartisan support for Ukraine. A couple weeks ago, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi led a congressional trip to Poland and Ukraine. This week is National Police Officers Memorial Week. Those with Kentucky State Police Post 9 in Pikeville will be honoring fallen troopers today. Officials will do a wreath presentation at the burial site of each trooper. Friends, family, and co-workers are invited to attend the event. Ceremonies will be held honoring fallen troopers Jerome S. Clifton, Johnny Atkins, and Jonathan Leonard. Well, Governor Andy Beshear had flags at all state office buildings to be lowered to have staff on Sunday in observance of Peace Officers Memorial Day. This observance, which is federally mandated, pays tribute to local, state, and federal peace officers who had died or been disabled in the line of duty. The governor encouraged individuals, businesses, and organizations throughout the Commonwealth to join in on this tribute. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and the governor is showing his support. The governor is wearing green to raise awareness about the importance of mental health. In a Facebook post, he said he believes access to quality health care is a basic human right, and it's critical that the care includes mental health so all Kentuckians can live full, healthy lives. People in Pikeville gathered to celebrate the grand opening of a new optometry clinic. Altman Eye Center had its grand opening and ribbon cutting ceremony during the weekend. Local officials were there to welcome Dr. J. Turner Altman back to the community. Altman, who grew up in Pikeville, graduated from the University of Alabama and says it is wonderful to be able to have his own practice and give quality eye care to his hometown.
Really sweet to come back home, being in the big city, being in Birmingham, Alabama, and then moving back to the mountains. That famous saying, "The mountains are calling, I must go," is just like so true. This was always, from the get-go when we left, a dream to come back and be a part of this community.
Along with the grand opening, there was also a small cookout, inflatables, and a sale on frames and sunglasses, Alton Eye Center is located on 147 Hibbard Street in downtown Pikeville. To show support for those battling brain cancer and the numerous other cancers, runners laced up to take part in the 5th annual Gray Matters 5K and 10K race in Whitesburg on Saturday. Nearly 200 runners came out for the annual event, making it the largest Gray Matters race to date. The event's co-founder and our very own Brandon Robinson says this event not only brings awareness to this disease, but also shows others who are battling cancer they are not alone.
So many families had dealt with it and didn't say anything about it. And then when I shared my story, people were like, oh, well, we're dealing with this too. We're fighting this battle with you. We're dealing with this. Where can we go? Where did you go? And I think me going public with that made a lot of people start talking about it more openly than they would before.
Well, the money raised from the race will be split between the Letcher County group ICAN, which helps those in need, including cancer patients, and the Hazard ARH Cancer Center. Folks gathered at Keeneland this past weekend to raise awareness about heart disease. More than 1,000 people came out to raise money and awareness about the multitude of health issues that make up heart disease. The American Heart Association says heart disease is the #1 killer in the United States.
We're here today to kind of spread the message about, heart disease, stroke, prevention, all those things.
Andrea Uten, the executive director of the American Heart Association, said the purpose behind the fundraising event was to support research that will save lives and improve them. Well, thank you so much for getting your Monday morning started with this here on Mountain News this morning. When we come back, scientists take a closer look at a recent natural disaster and the effects it had around the world.
It could be a soggy start to the morning for some folks, but the sky should clear by this afternoon. I'll track that rain chance in about 3 minutes.